Speaking at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago this past August, Amanda Gorman, the young poet laureate and activist, challenged the audience. She said, "Let us not just believe in the American dream, let us be worthy of it." I believe we are. I believe that we simply need to believe that we are. We are a kind, generous, compassionate people. We do care about our neighbors, about strangers in need. Each day there are thousands of examples of good Samaritans extending their hands to those in need. They don't make the headlines. They don't receive medals. They are nurses, teachers, social workers, firemen, cab drivers, factory workers, mail carriers, housewives, and students. They are ordinary people doing extraordinary things, acts of kindness toward other human beings. They are us. We don't give ourselves enough credit, enough recognition for the kindnesses that we perform. By recognizing and celebrating the good deeds that we do, we receive the motivation to do more of them without hesitation or embarrassment. Be proud of who you are and what you do to be worthy of the American dream. As Americans, we cherish the same optimistic hope for a brighter, more beautiful tomorrow. To achieve this, we need each other. We can't do it alone. Our society, our world, is inexorably interdependent. We need farmers and truck drivers and construction workers and miners and storekeepers and bankers and doctors and, yes, even lawyers to grow and build and heal. What is the American dream? It is the opportunity to become the best that we possibly can at whatever it is that we choose to be. And maybe we need a little help along the way, and that's okay. Let us not be afraid to ask for help or afraid to offer it. On a splendid April afternoon in 2008, two women's college softball teams, one from Washington and one from Oregon, squared off beneath the blue sky of the Cascade Mountains. It was a decisive game. The winner would proceed to the NCAA divisional playoffs. The Western Oregon Wolves were a sturdy team which boasted of several strong batters. But Sarah Katalski was not one of them. She batted .153 and had never hit a home run. But on that Saturday, with two runners on base, she connected with a curveball and sent it sailing over the left field fence. In her excitement, Sarah missed stepping on first base. Her coach shouted to her to return and touch the base. And when she turned and started back, something popped in her knee, and down she went. She dragged herself to the bag and pulled her knee to her chest in pain and asked the first base coach, "What'll I do?" The umpires weren't sure. According to the rule book, Sarah would be out if any of her teammates assisted her. Sarah knew if she tried to stand, she'd collapse. The team couldn't help her. Her leg couldn't support her. How could she cross home plate? The umpires huddled to talk. And then Mallory Holtman, who played first base on the opposing team, asked the umpires, "Hey, can I help her around the bases?" Well, the rules didn't say anything about opposing players giving help. The umpires looked at each other in surprise, shrugged, and then said, "Okay, go ahead." And so Mallory and another player from Central Washington University picked up Sarah and carried her around the bases, pausing at each one to lower her foot so that she could officially touch the base. Spectators on both sides of the field stood and cheered. This moment became one of the best examples of sportsmanship in the history of college sports. I think it is also a great example of what it means to be worthy of the American dream. I'm Larry Johnson. Until next month, stay well.